Welcome back to F1 Manager. This is General Motors, and the logo is still fucking annoying. I just can't get it right. I'm gonna try to fix it today. Don't guarantee anything, but either way, our car is a little bit meh at the moment. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. We have a new chassis coming in tomorrow, which does give us an even worse everything, but it improves our high speed and our medium speed considerably so, and it puts us in one of the best in terms of DRS effectiveness, because we are focusing on not top speed, we're focusing on overtaking. So we're going for dirty air tolerance, which should be in our front wing and side pod, because if I remember correctly, those are that affect dirty air tolerance. No, I'm absolutely stupid. That's not what it affects. It's front wing, rear wing, and underfloor. So our next upgrade will probably be our side pod, because side pod gets us some engine cooling, and we're going to focus on engine cooling with our side pod as a way to really focus on overtaking. We're going to try and see where the side pod does affect performance slightly, which is top speed. So we're going to go top speed and engine cooling predominantly, because let's go into car analysis and let's... Our first car is very good. The second car is absolutely dog shit, which means we're going to be... We need to put the new components on our car, because let's not forget, we do have a side pod already that does affect our tire preservation. It goes just absolutely baller in terms of performance. It puts us up 2 positions in top speed, up 6 positions in tire preservation, 2 positions. Okay. Our suspension is not going to come in time. Alright, that makes sense. Let's get into the race weekend. We have some powertrain issues, but we are going to be fine as it stands. We're still on the first component. Okay. Just making sure that we're not going anywhere close. We're going to go 14th. We're not doing anything else. We have Liam Lawson and Colapinto, the 2 drivers that are currently maybe going to have a drive for next season, or maybe not. Really depends on what's going on. Colapinto has been struggling in the real life races. I'm curious to see if that's going to hold true in the game as well. Does he start after race 5 start getting problems? Setup confidence. We're gonna go for brake stability, I think. We're gonna go like that. Middle, front, down, middle. So they both have the same setup, and we're gonna simulate FP1. This is the only practice session because this is a race weekend. Let's get into qualifying. I'm curious to see how good this setup is going to be. 35 and 50. Absolutely dog shit. Okay, fair. Okay, this is extremely extreme, and we'll go with that. And we're gonna change the gearbox into a new one for qualifying. This is gonna be fine. We might take a new engine for the race week, for the race, just in case. Let's go into qualifying. Now, let's not forget that our DRS effectiveness is absolutely incredible. Now, this car looks absolutely great. We're gonna also, this episode, we're gonna try to find a good setup, or a new livery for the next race, which is gonna be Miami Grand Prix Sprint. Colapinto locks up. Fuck. Okay. Colapinto struggles. He's got minor underfloor damage. Fuck. Okay. Now, anything he does, he out-qualifies Liam Lawson with minor underfloor damage. That's wild. Okay, Lawson improves. Colapinto does not. And he's through. Oh, wow, okay. That's surprising. Okay, underfloor is missing. We have an extra underfloor, so that's not an issue at the moment. Okay, there's no bad parts for both setups. That's good. Alright, good to know that. Let's go into qualifying again. And this time we're going to send out Colapinto first, and then Lawson right behind. Colapinto is the first guy on track. Lawson is the second last guy on track. Verstappen gets a botched run. We're out in Q2, 11th and 14th. What's the time difference between the two of them? 2/10. That's fine. A McLaren is out in Q2. That's wild. That is wild. That's crazy. Okay. Oh, wow. I mean, it's 2 by 1 by 2 by 1 by 2 by 2. Crazy. That's crazy. That's some good stuff. Looking good, not gonna lie. Okay, let's get into the race weekend. The sprint race. And let's see what these guys can do. A medium, we might just go 1 lap down in terms of fuel. It's gonna be hard because we're on, I believe we are on hard settings. Yes, we are on hard mode. Just making sure for you guys and for myself. Let's go into sprint. Let's see what we can do in the sprint. We will make changes to the setup for qualifying.
It's lights out and away we go.
Based on everything. Okay, Ricciardo already has some minor problems. Okay. What we need to happen is that Lawson needs to keep up with people. Ricciardo is doing an absolute monster job. We're gonna conserve slightly, a bit more fuel.
There's been a crash.
A VSC is gonna be, for us, the best thing we can get. Russell and Hamilton, ooh, teammates crashing. No penalties given, ooh boy. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go a bit aggressive with both drivers just to close up on Russell, who is slow slightly. Okay. Okay, they're gonna make it for the final 3 laps. Now, the chances that we lose position to Russell, very low with 1 lap to go. Unless there's some kind of crash. Okay, we did lose position to Russell.
Over the finish line to win the sprint.
It's a Red Bull 1-2 in the sprint. I mean that's crazy. To be fair, that's pretty crazy. What I am thinking is, wait, what tire did Russell finish on softs? And he went maximum attack. Is what he probably did. Hold up. Okay, we could have gone a little bit more aggressive, and we could have made some more positions, probably. Probably, I'm not sure. What I'm thinking, realistically, is do we change this setup? Okay, this is should be a slight improvement. I mean, that could be also a slight improvement. Let's go into qualifying. Is that a visual glitch? I think I saw a visual glitch. Okay, we're gonna go out with Lawson and then Colapinto right behind him. Yeah, Lawson got held up by Russell and Perez substantially, within a tenth of each other. The setup is an improvement there. The setup is an improvement there. Beautiful stuff. We're gonna let everyone come in. Okay, Lawson does get a clean run. There we go. That's a clean run. And Colapinto gets a clean run on an old set of on the same set of tires.
Okay.
That's what we need. Realistically. We are going to keep 2 sets of tires. Crucially, what we're gonna try to get from Lawson is that he's gonna do a single run near the end. Colapinto has an extra set of tires. We're gonna have them both be on the same... Okay, Colapinto is going strong. Colapinto is not gonna make it. Lawson is absolutely not gonna make it. Okay. Oof, 16th. What we could do is... We're not gonna put Park Firm... We're not gonna break Park Firm just yet. What the fuck is that? That pit strategy for, Are you serious? A fucking 3-stop? What's the lap time here? 1:28.11. And you are on a 1:28.1. Okay, so use 3 sets of tires. You're gonna... Okay, how many tires do I have? I have only 1 set of medium, 1 set of hards. Okay. And you have 2 sets of hards instead of medium. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna edit this one, and I'm gonna delete that one. And I'm gonna delete that one, and I'm gonna add one, and I'm gonna turn that into a soft, and then that's gonna turn into a hard, and then that's gonna go boop. Apparently this is a faster strategy. Okay. It also looks like the faster strategy, so I'm gonna edit this one, and I'm gonna turn that into a soft. If we put them both on the same strategy, it's gonna be fun. Gonna go... I mean, that strategy is gonna work. I'm curious to see if that's gonna be a good strategy. Honestly.
Well then, it's not long.
I feel like it could be a good strategy.
For the Chinese Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Okay. The crucial thing to remember is that we have better tires than the entire front of the entire grid. Okay, P12, maybe even P10 is on the cards, for all things considered. The pit strategy for us is going to be absolutely insane. We're gonna push the fuel for both drivers as a way to... Can we catch? We're catching Hamilton. Okay, we're getting close to the pit spot. We're running in P4.
Copy.
and PH. Are we catching anybody? Okay, you're going to go to the mediums right now. And you're going to the mediums the next lap. Comes out in 16th. 13th for Lawson. That's pretty good. We're 11 seconds up the road from Valtteri Bottas. Okay, there is something we need to keep a check on. What if I destroy this? Like an absolute insane conservative strategy gets us to the end of this race with a one stop. I mean, I'd love to try, but I doubt that it's gonna work. Okay, Alonso is having problems. There's a safety car. Okay, we're gonna pause this. I want to test out something. If we pit now to the hards, where? If you're gonna pit now, from lap 30 onwards, we could. We're gonna get to there, but if we now start conserving every ounce of pace, we could get to here. What we could do I mean, we can extend it by about a lap or two, and then we can go a bit more aggressive. I think we're gonna keep to this strategy. What I wanna tire history. Oh, Max Verstappen gets a free pit stop. Okay, we can... You know what? We're gonna take a risk with Lawson. So not Lawson, with Colapinto. Because I'm curious to see...
And down in the pits. Oh, that's a slow one.
We got a pit stop issue, but that's not the problem here. Okay, there's a lot of people on hards. Lawson is still on mediums. Almost everyone has pit, except for Lawson. Yeah, almost everyone pits except for Liam Lawson. Okay, Sergeant is now unlapping himself. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go a little bit aggressive with our boy. Yeah. We're gonna go aggressive, and we're gonna go... Overtake aggression is gonna be high. And... We're gonna focus on getting this strategy to work. Colapinto's gonna make it to the end on this tire. He's not gonna pit again, unless there's another safety car. And we're gonna drive in clean air with Lawson predominantly. There's multiple cars crashed. There's not a pit.
And it seems like Hulkenberg's had a bit of trouble.
Okay, we're back to our main strategy. 5-second penalty for Colapinto. He's got suspension damage. Fuck. Bottas overtakes Lawson. That's fucked.
Copy.
There's a yellow flag now.
You're not gonna fight your teammate. Because you're gonna let...
Dear, oh dear, that's not a good stop.
Okay, you're gonna go to stop. We're gonna confirm that. Suspension damage is suspension damage. That's not a problem. Okay, let's not forget that we have components that are...
An issue in the pits.
Okay, 11th for Lawson says a lot. Colapinto only 18th. That's unfortunate.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
'11th and 18th.
As always,
Oh, that's
lots to
bad.
talk about after that
We could have gotten close. We were close. Lawson goes up 5 positions. Colapinto drops 6 positions. You have a damage suspension, but we have a new suspension coming in for this next race. And we're gonna do a new setup. I mean, we still got our sponsorship targets, which is good. It's good to see. And there we go, our chassis is coming in now. We're going to manufacture this chassis Gonna get the first one coming in right before the next Grand Prix. Ooh. We're gonna have only one coming in. One suspension coming in for then. That's not a problem. Other than the fact that we're going to get fucked. Because our underfloor needs to get manufactured as well. Which is gonna come in time. Okay. We're gonna refurbish the tunnel. And we have a side pod that's also fucked. Okay. This is fine. We're fine. What we're gonna do for the next Grand Prix is we're gonna do... We're gonna go to car livery. We're gonna go... Okay, we're gonna save this. It is saved. Okay, perfect. We're gonna go to new. We're gonna go to edit. And we're gonna change the color scheme. Red, white, and blue, and pink. Fuck my life. Okay. We need something with stars on it, which is surprisingly difficult to see. Ooh, that does not look great. That doesn't look great either. That looks absolutely hideous. No. That also looks absolutely disgusting. That's... no. Absolutely not. That could work if we change that to blue, and that to red, and that to black. Or that to red. Red, white, or blue. That looks great. And then we of course need to change the sponsors. So these guys have accepted, all of them have accepted the terms that their logos are going to be not in their regular colors, just to please the livery. Their logos will be seen, it just won't be in the way that they expected it. Alright, it's gonna be the red, white, and blue. We're gonna go to car livery, preset saved, go there and click that for the Miami Grand Prix. And we're gonna revert, and we're gonna leave the suit colors. But they did accept it on the basis that the suits are going to be, that the suits are gonna stay red, white, and blue. That was the only, that was the only exception. So that's gonna be fun to see. We have a car that's gonna be coming in 9 days. And I'm curious to see where the car is. ATO period, due ATO period starts in 2 days, which means we can start our upgrade next race. There we have it. Now, we need to wait for the chassis to come in, because that gives us a better understanding of where the car is relative to the rest of the grid, right? Because we want to have a car that gets a very good one. Balanced upgrade stuff. We need to look into potentially re-signing our technical chief or signing a new one. We have 2 drivers to either re-sign or get rid of. We still have to get any points thus far, so that's going to be difficult to see. And we have a race engineer that we need to potentially look into. So we're going to go into scouting. We're going to go to race engineer. We're going to go for first drivers. We're going to take a look at which drivers are open to negotiations that haven't already signed for us. Obviously, because of this game and how it works, we have Theo Pourchaire that could potentially be signed for next season. He would be a good match alongside Liam Lawson, who we have for the next season. No, we do not. Okay, so that's a crucial thing to keep in mind. We have Pato Award as well. The highest rated F2 driver currently is Dennis Hauger. But one thing to not forget is Ollie Behrman and Zane Maloney, also very open. We also have Gabriel Bortoleto as an option for the because he's an F3 champion, that to sign him potentially for next season to replace Colapinto. Very slight changes, but He could be very good or he could be very bad. Kimi Antonelli could be signed. So, I mean, we could sign him for next season, but we can't sign him just yet. I would love to sign him going into the next season. Because that would be massive for us, realistically speaking. He would be an improvement. He would stay with us for at least 3 seasons. So I'm gonna scout him. No, not propose a contract. We're gonna scout him just to be sure that we can get him. Paul Aaron is also a shout. Pepe Marti is also a very good option for next season, who already can be signed. So that's gonna be an incredible signing. We could go for a full rookie lineup for next season if we can get Antonelli and Pepe Marti. Although I don't know how I feel about that just yet. Victor Martins is also... It's gonna be tough, but let's take a look at what we can do. Okay, here is the car. We have our 2 components. Okay, so both drivers are on the same car at the moment, but we're gonna put this component on him and this component on him. This puts us at that's a substantial improvement. This is the second best car in high speed, which is pretty important for many of the tracks coming up. But crucially, we should now focus on getting a side pod up and running, which is going to put us into 2.0 and 20, possibly. That might be a good start. Our engine cooling needs massive improvements, and front and rear. And we're gonna what we could do. This gets us performance. But what we can do is make some massive improvements there. Okay, so yes, this gets us a massive improvement. A 62%, 68% in terms of front airflow is good, but if we just go down, this gets us improvements. What we can do is just go full focus on everything and get equal amount of expertise overall. I mean, this gets us improvement in every aspect, realistically. So we might as well go up and down in both directions. I mean, that could be the best way to do it, because that gets us improvement in everything, and we can use the underfloor to fix everything else. Alternatively, we can just go down 2 clicks with this. It loses 1 race. We need to replace the side pod 1 race more times, but if we go between 4 and 8 races, if we say 4, that means that once this is in, we need to do 1, 2, 3 components is what we need to fix. 4 components is what we need to finish the entire season. Let's say 5. So this would still get us to the end. This wouldn't. This would still get us to the end. Which means we can actually go just very low. And this should get us into a very good spot. Or alternatively, we could do this. And be like, let's fix our problems there. And that would just make us absolutely massive. I think that's great. That gets us massive performance. It puts us as a second best in engine cooling. Yes, let's do that. We just go 6 guys, 21 days, and it'll be in for which one? It'll be in for Montreal. Which means we'll have a car that gets us to the close to the podium, if not on the podium. Great stuff. Okay. So that's our low speed handled. Now our rear wing is the next thing to focus on. Okay. Our rear wing. We'll put into there as well. And the rest we will put into R&D. Okay. 3 to 6 races. That means 3 races. 1 sec. If we put in 2 guys, we have 37 days. 37 days. Which means for Barcelona. Okay. So from Barcelona onwards, we can do 3 races. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 1 rear wing. 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 5 sets of rear wings per driver. So that's 10 rear wings. Okay. Which means if we go boop. That gets us performance. That's gonna get us more performance. It improves there as well. Puts our DRS effectiveness at the best it can be. I mean, this improves our DRS effectiveness and it gives us performance. Okay, our dirty air tolerance goes down. Okay. This takes our DRS effectiveness down. If our dirty air tolerance goes down, that's not a problem, I would say. That's massive. That 1 click goes down 0.4. Jesus, okay. That's fine. I mean, that gets us into a very good spot, right? It gets us low speed improvement, it gets us medium speed improvement, and it gets us high speed improvement. Just all 3. And that means that we'll have this rear wing for the next race. What? Sorry, what? Am I going crazy? Why is there no improvement on this? Oh, wow. So, on this piece, this improvement has this effect, but on this other piece, it has no effect, because that's how close it is. So, that's 4.813, 4.75. Wow. 0.5 is that big of a jump. Okay, so we're talking about performances that are very closely matched to each other, which is crazy. Alright? But anyway, this is the pre-race stuff for the Miami Grand Prix, which I'm going to do in the next part. Let me know if you like these kind of shorter, concise parts, because I'm going to go with this one, of course. We're also going to do some research. Okay. We're gonna go suspension, probably. We're gonna put in 0.2 into there. And yeah. So this is basically a cohesive, problematic stuff. So we just need to focus on chassis as well. I mean, I love this so far. That's gonna get us all the improvement we need. That's 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's all our guys doing stuff. So, one thing to keep in mind, as it stands, is that we are not gonna get any more components. So, Lawson is going to be on a newer car, realistically speaking, going into the next race. That's gonna be fun to see. Anyway, with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. And get out of here. Also like to subscribe, why not?